Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back. It's a Wednesday night, live in prime time. Hopefully, everybody's having themselves a good evening, man. I hope you had a good day. You know what I'm saying? The day treated you well, and you're relaxing, you're kicking back, taking it easy. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that was on the chat last night. You know what I'm saying? It was live. You know what I'm saying? This case is definitely one of those monumental moments in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really reminds me, reminiscent of O.J. Simpson. Back in the O.J. times when the whole world stopped. You get what I'm saying? Give me a second, y'all. When the whole world stopped, right? Now, yesterday's proceedings. As a matter of fact, before we get into yesterday's proceedings, Chris Brown. I just saw a video. He's actually out on bond, $6-point-something million. You know what I'm saying? So he's home. We're gonna definitely stay up to tune and up to date with that. You get what I'm saying? As more information becomes available. But welcome back home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the partner. You know what I'm saying? So let me just make sure all my monitors here are good. 1 second. Okay, everything check out. Yo, yesterday in court. I'm telling you guys, hold on, family. Wait a second, hold on. All right. First and foremost, man, shout out to all the sisters in the chat. You know what I'm saying? All the beautiful sisters, man. Go ahead and throw me some roses, man, some flowers in the chat. You know what I'm saying? All my partners in the chat, go ahead and throw me them salute, emojis. You know what I'm talking about? Because we out here and I salute y'all, man. In court yesterday, I don't want to take too much time, but some names was called. Okay, all right. Some names was called. We got an escort coming in talking that talk. Gonna get sticky, y'all. I'm trying to hold on my camera. Okay, all right, back on focus. I'm back on focus. All right. I don't know, man. Look like it's gonna be one of those one-shot Lady T in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Show love to yourself. You know what I'm talking about? We about to get it done. We about to get it done. Let's go.
Be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, male dancer, and Agent Gannon in a federal court on May 20th, 2025. Some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of male dancer and Agent Gannon's testimony from the Diddy Combs trial. Source: courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion. What you're about to hear is the male dancer and Agent Gannon testimony from beginning to end.
The government calls Mr. Sheree Hayes. Where are you from?
Harlem, New York.
What was your work?
Male exotic dancer. I was known as the Punisher.
Do you recognize these two?
I do. Mr. Sean Combs and Cassie Ventura. I was hired in 2012 to create a sexy erotic scene for them.
Why were you called the Punisher?
Playing basketball on West 4th Street.
The woman who called you, what time did she...
Yo, I'm convinced this is not a real court case. No way. This got to be some kind of charade, bro. What do you mean? He ain't the Punisher, bro. He lying talking about the guy. He ain't playing no goddamn basketball. he ain't playing no basketball. This is wild. Oh my God, this is wild.
book you for?
Midnight at Trump Tower, Central Park West. Striptease for a small group of friends.
When you got there, how did Ms. Ventura appear?
In a bathroom with nothing underneath and a wig. I was expecting a crowd, but there was no one else. She told me she and her husband wanted to create a sexual scene with baby oil.
What did she hand to you?
$800.
How was the room?
Dimly lit, electric candles. Bowls of water with bottles of baby oil in them. She told me not to acknowledge her husband, not to look at him when he came out.
Did he come out?
Yes, he was naked, but I could not see his face. It was like what a Muslim woman wears, you see only the eyes. He had a bottle of Astroglide.
How did you recognize it?
I use it, the purple top.
How did it end?
She went into the other room with him. When she came back, she asked if I wanted to finish. I said no. If they were happy, I was happy. She gave me more money.
Did you do it again?
Yes, 8 or 12 times.
How did you end up recognizing her?
I was a fan of Mr. Combs and followed him on Instagram. I saw her on it.
This would be a good place to break.
And they did. They took
Hey, he said 8 to 12 times he received money from Cassie for these acts. Cassie has said that Diddy put his hands on her during one of these acts. Until one of these dancers or you know what I mean, male workers comes forth with that story, I don't believe it. Because it seems for every situation that has been spoken about, it seems like she's consensual. She's highly participating in the activities. That's what I see. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. Like there's no struggle from what I'm gathering in these freak offs. Now unless she's just playing the role, or unless she's high. You know what I'm saying? Because you know the narcotics that were around. I don't know. Let's continue.
a break, then came back and continued.
How were these sessions scheduled?
I'd be reached out to at 5 or 7 p.m. for later. They'd ask for a sexy scene, but I knew it would be more.
How would it start?
Baby oil, a sexy atmosphere. Mr. Combs would direct.
How did the direction work?
Mr. Combs might say, sit forward, move the camera, or what would happen sexually, you know. One time during sex, he dropped a stack of money. He said, I like this shit.
How much baby oil did you use?
A lot. We were supposed to be glistening as much as possible.
How long would they last?
4 hours, a lot of waiting, maybe 40 minutes or so. I was supposed to finish in a specific spot.
Then what?
She would leave with Mr. Combs, 10 or 15 minutes. She'd return in a bathrobe and pay me $2,000 or $1,200.
Hey, listen carefully to what he just explained. If you watch the video that I did on the ritual with Puffy, you know what I'm saying? And what Puffy was really doing, this brother just explained exactly what was going on. He was told to finish in a certain part. They would run off to the bathroom, 10, 15 minutes to come back out. That's for a reason. I'm not gonna tell y'all got to watch the video. But this is a ritual. You know what I'm saying? This is one of those, I don't, y'all gotta watch the video. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just letting you know, this is not just some kinky stuff, Hollywood stuff. No. There's some real, I don't want to say satanic, but there is, you know, there's another side to that. You know what I'm saying?
$100 cash.
Did you think Ms. Ventura was enjoying herself?
At this moment, the defense objected, and it was sustained.
Did you use drugs?
I am not a marijuana smoker, but I did pull a Bill Clinton. I was handed a joint.
Did you have performance issues?
Having the woman's partner there, yes.
Did the issues affect your pay?
At this moment, the defense objected but was overruled.
I wasn't sure how they calculated it. One time, Mr. Combs threw condoms on the couch next to us. I struggled. It was a failure.
What happened?
They went out. I finished. She came back and thanked me for privacy.
What did you think would happen next?
I was worried I would not be used again. I hadn't done my job. He has said, I want to see you pay her, and I couldn't.
Are you writing a book?
Yes, self-help about my ED. It's advice.
In your book, do you write about your time with Mr. Combs and Ms. Ventura?
Yes, I call them a married, wealthy couple.
How long is it?
6 pages out of 186, I sensationalize it. I wanted it to be enjoyable. Highs and lows.
No further questions.
At this moment, the cross-examination began.
I'll try to make this as harmless as possible. Congratulations on your book. What's it called?
In Search of Freezer Meat. What's harder than that?
Good title. You have a website?
Yes, now I'm a co-owner. All the male dancers are independent contractors.
You've been doing this for 25 years?
30 years, coming up on a big anniversary.
You dance with them?
A professional
Family, correct me if I'm wrong, but where do you see anything that we're talking about? Besides the fact that Diddy put his hands on her and did whatever. But I'm talking about when it comes to these freak offs, whatever. It does not seem like Cassie is more than a willing participant. I see a willing participant. I don't see somebody, like the man even said, there's a time he didn't perform and whatever, they still paid him and he thought he was gonna lose his job and his gig. As more names come out, I think this is just really just a public shakedown of all. We just gonna start getting to know everybody's business, and one by one, people are gonna fall. You get what I'm saying? Because I really don't understand where we're going with this. Like to me, this is more of domestic violence type situation case. Like, well, this is not no human trafficking type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Dry hump.
For 30 years, thousands of ladies. You try to not develop feeling for them, right?
You try not to. It's a job.
But you talked with Cassie.
Cordial.
She asked to be able to call you.
Just to set the sessions up. We were never asked to talk.
She was comfortable with you.
She said so.
You had feelings for her.
Incorrect.
But you thought she was only doing this with you.
That is correct. She'd said it was a special occasion.
You did develop feelings for her?
That's not correct.
You told the government. The government's notes say you developed feelings for her.
That may have been taken out of context.
You used your 25 years experience.
This was a different scene. Usually I aim for humor.
You wouldn't try to dry hump someone who didn't want to be dry humped, correct?
Yes, it is important to read the room.
So you read the room with Cassie and she wanted...
At this moment, the prosecution objected, and it was sustained.
Was Mr. Combs' request that you penetrate...
It was a demand, a strong suggestion.
Cassie paid you even when she canceled, right?
Yes, $500.
Mr. Hayes, I wish you success with your book.
Thank you.
What made you think Ms. Ventura was enjoying herself?
It was the first time unprotected.
Without the details.
At this moment, the defense objected, and the prosecution...
Whoa! What a setup question. It was the first time unprotected. I hope y'all seeing what I'm seeing. Puffy was the one that was throwing the condoms. This scenario, he ain't got no protection. She ain't complaining. I don't know how we explain this family. This does not seem to me that anybody is being coerced into anything. That's what I see. I think it's not right. You know what I'm saying? There's other crimes that have been committed. Yes. You get what I'm saying? We can say that. You know what I'm saying? But it's not a crime to have a swinger's lifestyle. That's all I see. I think this is just some real swinger kinky stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna try bringing down our celebrities, man. Like this is. I'm not condoning his actions, but at the same time, I don't see what the prosecution is saying.
said.
No further questions.
Then the defense asked one more question.
What do you mean by steamy?
I felt it was enjoyable for Ms. Ventura and Mr. Combs.
At this moment, the testimony of the male dancer was over, and the government called their next witness.
The government calls Special Agent Gerard Gannon. Where do you work?
HSI in Miami in the National Security Group.
In March 2024.
The HSI Human Trafficking Group. Sex and Labor in Miami.
What time did the search begin?
After 3 p.m.
Why so late?
We learned Mr. Combs and his family were flying out of the country.
Was there a pier on the property on Star Island?
Yes, we had to monitor it.
Why did you have to break open the gate?
To make sure bad actors wouldn't have time to put those who would search in danger.
What's this a photo of?
The pool and the pier.
What did you find here?
Parts of AR-15 rifles, sex toys, and Astroglide. These magazines were loaded with bullets.
What do these show?
The serial numbers have been cut out.
Let's turn to 2 more exhibits. What are these?
The ammunition we found.
And these platform high heels? How high are they?
7 inches.
This may be a good place to break for the day.
At this moment, the testimony of the agent was paused, and that was it.
Okay, hold on. From what I see there, he got some gun charges. You know what I mean? You got some AK-47 stuff, with the serial number scratched out. But at the same time, we could turn around and be like, hey, those ain't my guns. They're not mine. They might be my house, but they're not mine. You know what I'm saying? He could try to be like, I got people that live with me part-time too. I don't know, but then you can put it on somebody else. I don't know. But you didn't catch me with the guns. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Like at best I see gun charges. At best I see narcotic charges, but it gets deeper. Because now I'm starting to look at Diddy like he's a drug dealer. You get what I'm saying? And you're gonna come to find out why, because some names are gonna be named. We haven't gotten there yet. So if you're watching right now and you locked in, you're definitely a real one. Smash up the like button for me. Smash up the likes.
It for the day. What did you think of the male dancer's testimony? Do you think this testimony will help the defense or the prosecution? And what did you think about the agent's testimony so far? Do you think he will give a crazy testimony tomorrow? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you tomorrow. Before we begin, please be advised that viewer discretion is strongly recommended. None of the content presented here has been exaggerated or taken out of context. These are the exact statements made by the prosecution team, defense team, David James, and Cassie's mom in a federal court on May 20th, 2025. Some words have been censored to comply with YouTube's guidelines. What you're about to hear is a voiced-over reading of David James and Cassie Ventura's mom's testimony from the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Source: courtroom reporter at Inner City Press on X.com. All parties are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Listen at your own discretion. What you're about to hear is the finale of David James's testimony and Cassie's mom's testimony from beginning to end.
What about physical violence between Mr. Combs and Cassie? Did you personally observe it?
No, I did not.
Do you remember a blog post?
Yes, I was in LA when he came back from a club.
What did Mr. Combs say?
That someone was lying on him saying he hit Cassie at the club. He went through my browser history. No one had ever done that to me.
Did Mr. Combs give you instructions about Cassie?
To bring her food at the London hotel and some Roscoe's.
What is Roscoe's?
Some delicious fried chicken in Los Angeles.
What did you do for Mr. Combs in NY?
I'd bring him applesauce, Jell-O, Fiji water, his toiletry bag with ointments, just for men. We bought 40 items so he wouldn't call us later. I'd get a key, like at the Trump International. I'd set up the medicine bag in the personal LV bag.
What was in it?
A Viagra, ecstasy, perks.
How did you go about replenishing these supplies?
I'd use my personal credit card. Bad boy paid me back.
Who paid you back?
Usually bonds.
Did Mr. Combs ever stay alone in a hotel?
Never. Usually Cassie, sometimes other women.
Did he ask you for things during a stay?
He'd text me for an iPod or food.
Did anything strange ever happen?
Yes, in my...
So really, Diddy just got himself a drug problem. He just like he loves the lifestyle of rock and roll. You get what I'm saying? Like he's partying, girls. What the most important thing what the man said, Mr. David James, he never witnessed Puffy put his hands on Cassie not one time. Now has he done it? Yes. Okay, yes. But I feel like those started to become like isolated incidents. Because you have to remember now. They were both jealous of other people. As much as they was doing whatever their little stuff in these controlled situations. Outside of that, he get pissed off with Cassie talking to somebody else. Cassie's jealous of Kim Porter. You get what I'm saying? Like, and these other girls, Gina, whoever else. So it's like I think they have lovers' quarrels, man. Straight up. I don't think that he was out there beating her to keep her pulp. I think when they kick off, that's how they argue. I don't know. That's what I think. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, because we rocking and rolling tonight. You know what I'm talking about?
Miami. He asked for an iPod from his house on Star Island. I drove it to his hotel and knocked. No answer. I had the key. I'd set up the room.
What did you see?
Cassie on the bed. There was another person who sort of scurried away, and the shower was on. I thought Mr. Combs was in there.
How was she sleeping?
On her back.
At this moment, the defense objected but was sustained.
What about the other person?
He was about 5 feet 8 inches with long hair and a large endowment. He scurried away.
Did you ask anything?
I wasn't hired to ask about their personal affairs.
Did you ever pick up drugs for Mr. Combs?
Yes, Percocets at a pharmacy, sometimes in my name.
Did you give him permission to use your name?
I don't recall that.
Was there a drug dealer?
Yes, one stop.
He met with a lot of people?
Yes, even former presidents.
Which one?
Former President Obama.
What was your understanding would have happened if you hadn't done these things?
At this moment, the defense objected, and the judge sustained it.
Did you ever take ecstasy?
Yes, I was drinking Cyrock.
You hear what he said? He said it, not me. He was giving drugs to Obama. Yo, what? Yo. He was giving drugs to Mr. Obama. Bruh. Nah. I don't know. Again, I think this is a one big old conspiracy theory to bring down everybody. Because that man singled out, he probably sold drugs to a whole bunch of other people, but he singled out Barack Obama's name. Like, this guy might be a what do you call it there? A reoccurring client. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's true. You know, some people, man, they fight like it's WWE. I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the language of love is different. Different for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to judge it. Right? I'm not in that position to judge their relationship. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what we're all doing. We're judging their relationship because really, realistically speaking, she was cheating, sleeping with other niggas. He was doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? He's a cockhole, want to watch shit happen and shit. You know what I'm saying? All kind of wild stuff now. You know what I'm saying? But Barack Obama, yo, that motherfucker got some explaining to do. Straight up, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Fuck it. I'm not letting him go. That nigga got some explaining to do. You know what I'm saying? He got to explain to us. And then he got to explain to us why he talking about... Nah, that's a whole different story. I'm not even going to get into that, y'all. Let me continue before I get excited. All right.
I took ecstasy. I was Diddy bopping.
What do you mean?
I was vibing.
Did you speak with Mr. Combs about it?
He was reviewing footage of the party. We had a videographer who filmed the parties. He asked me, "Hey, Playboy, was that you dancing around at the party?" I said, "Yes," and he said, "I'm going to keep the video in case I ever need it."
Meaning?
That I'd be embarrassed.
Did anything ever go missing?
They said a bracelet was missing. Uncle Paulie came to my hotel room and searched my belongings and those of my girlfriend at the time.
Could you have said no?
At this moment, the defense objected, and the judge said to move on.
Did you ever have to take a lie detector test?
Yes,
Who was present?
just me and this gentleman. It was very intimidating. They put monitors on my head, my chest, and my hand.
Could you refuse?
Not to keep my job.
Did this happen again?
Yes, when Mr. Combs said a watch of his had been stolen.
What was the result?
The gentleman told me I seemed nervous. I said, "Sure I am." Once Capricorn Clark had to take a lie detector to prove she wasn't part of a heist of Mr. Combs' jewelry.
Was there an incident at Mel's Diner with Suge Knight?
Yes, I drove the Silver Navigator to get cheeseburgers there. D-Rock said, "That's motherfucking Suge Knight." He went over and said, "What's up?" Suge Knight didn't recognize him. D-Rock said, "I'm Biggie's boy."
What happened?
Yo, I'm not going to lie. Sidebar. Fuck D-Rock. You know what I'm saying? Fuck D-Rock. D-Rock is was Biggie's producer. You know what I'm saying? Like they was tight like this. You know what I'm saying? Like almost like his best friend. You know what I'm saying? The nigga dies, you sleeping with Faith. What kind of bitch ass niggas that, man? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Some niggas are just whack. You know what I mean? Some niggas, you know what I mean? Like be real. I never even liked Puffy. You know what I'm saying? I never liked the nigga. But I don't want no nigga to go to jail for some shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? And you already gave the girl $20 whatever million. You know what I mean? Like, R. Kelly was one thing. And R. Kelly was a whole different story, too. We get into that shit another time. And we got to dissect that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Niggas are getting played out here, y'all. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Niggas are getting played.
Next.
We noticed 4 black SUVs to different sides of the parking lot. I saw someone hand Suge Knight a gun. D-Rock said, "We gotta get out of here." We drove back to the house.
What did you find there?
Cassie was crying. Mr. Combs got in the vehicle. I saw 3 guns on his lap. I felt calm because we'd been in a silver vehicle, now a black one. They wouldn't see us coming.
What did you find at Mel's Diner?
Suge Knight had left. Mr. Combs said, "Drive around the block."
What did you decide?
To leave the company. They offered me other positions, but I just wanted to leave. My life was at risk.
No further questions.
You didn't tell all this the first time.
They told me to stop, to not say anything that would incriminate me.
Look at the notes from your interview. Read it to yourself, then look up at me.
Okay?
How'd you recognize Suge Knight?
I listened to hip-hop.
Were you drinking or smoking pot?
No, sir.
Your mind was clear?
As clear as it could be, working 20 hours a week at 4 a.m.
D-Rock opens the door. Suge Knight is a few cars over.
Window open. D-Rock says, "I'm Biggie's boy," and then Suge recognizes him, gives him a dab.
What's a dab?
Handshake.
Did you leave D-Rock at the diner? Why are you smiling?
'Cause that's a crazy question. Why would I?
Didn't you leave D-Rock at the diner?
That makes no sense.
I'm not asking what makes sense. I'm asking, did you?
No.
You saw Cassie and Mr. Combs?
Yes, Mr. Combs told me to drive.
You don't know where Mr. Combs got the guns, do you?
I didn't know we had guns until then.
Have you ever been in a situation like that?
No.
You didn't say, "I don't want to drive to Suge Knight with guns"?
No.
What exactly did you do before you got this job?
I was a door.
Yo, if he didn't know, Puffy was smart with his guns. I keep it real. I think he just has guns for security. If you fuck around today, you're getting shot. Sit, done. Call it a day. Security has to have the weapons. You know what I'm saying? I got the weapons, but they're not on me. They're around here somewhere. There ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you got to remember the temperature back in them times. If Puffy see Suge, it's on. It's on. It's on. You know what I'm saying? It was more entertainment. You know what I'm saying? After that whole wolf shit, you know what I'm saying? That happened in Atlanta, it was on. You know what I'm saying? It became street shit after that shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, most people don't understand. It was bigger than rap. You know what I mean? So of course, you riding around, you know what I'm saying? You see Suge, oh, it's on and popping. But I respect Puffy for I've been trying to say he's a gun trafficker and all this, that, and the third, bro. I think he had his guns for protection because all of his staff and everybody around him didn't say, oh, he just had the guns reckless. Besides this time when Big Suge is popping, it might be a situation. Yeah, we got 3 guns in the fucking hotel room and all kinds of stuff. We might be going to war tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Door-to-door salesman, then personal assistant.
Now you were going with guns to confront someone?
It was not ideal.
You knew how to get to Mel's diner, right?
I frequent there all the time.
You've never seen guns before, right?
No,
This is a radical departure from your job description. Is that an understatement?
it's the understatement of the day so far.
Do you have immunity?
Ask my lawyer. I have some kind of offer agreement.
Proffer. You didn't tell anyone about this?
Only my wife.
Did you meet with the government this morning?
Yes, briefly, about what might come up in Cross.
Did the Mel's Diner incident come up?
Not that I recall.
It's this morning. What did you talk about?
Your style.
I'm dying to ask what they said, but I won't. I have a few more mundane questions.
I love mundane questions.
Where did you travel with Mr. Combs?
Ibiza, London, Saint-Tropez.
Were these vacations?
Business-oriented,
What were you hired as?
personal liaison, but I was a personal assistant.
He met a high-level roster of people.
Second understatement of the day.
Why?
He met with a who's who.
It was important that he be prepared for these meetings, right?
Yes.
It was important that he be on time.
No, we'd change meetings to fit his schedule all the time when he didn't want show up at a certain time.
He had security because people wanted to touch him, right?
Yes, in the airport, in McDonald's.
Was he gracious?
I don't think gracious is a word I'd use for Sean Combs.
Did he sign autographs?
No.
You said he'd stay in the studio until 3 or 4 a.m. and you'd stay with him.
Yes, it was common.
What sort of things would he want to always have with him?
Ketchup, for example.
Did you know he put applesauce on cheeseburgers?
No, but I knew he likes applesauce.
He liked Astroglide, condoms, and baby oil.
Yo, honest to God, yo. This is not really a court case. What does this got to do with anything? I thought we were trying to prove some shit. No, y'all. Okay, all right. Let me tell y'all what I see, bro. OJ shit, yo, they have the camera side. We saw OJ coming in and out of court. We saw when OJ got arrested. We saw when Puffy got arrested. I haven't seen Puffy since the time he got arrested. I'm just being honest. We ain't seen no pictures of Puffy in jail and shit. None of that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, it's like all of this is just like some gossip shit. How is this gonna convict the nigga? That's what I want to know. How is this going to convict him? Because I don't believe none of this shit now. At this point, I feel like, yo, this is just like a big distraction or something. You know what I'm saying? What kind of fight that he do? You know that he fucking likes fucking applesauce on cheeseburger? The fuck I gotta do with anything, bro? You know what I'm saying? What this guy? They just wasting time, if you ask my opinion. They're wasting time. You know what I'm saying? And I think what they're trying to do is embarrass a lot of celebrities because a lot of motherfuckers is going to be coming out. You know what I'm saying? But apart from that, it's like, yo, this is just we got a comment in the comment section. It seemed like it's scripted entertainment. This is what it seemed like. It seemed like it's like it's a one big old movie, like a Truman Show, and we watching this shit like it's real. That's what I see. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. What are we talking about, man? Yo, God damn.
But you didn't expense it through the business.
Usually not. I was told he didn't want to run them through the company. He didn't want a record of them.
When you bought the 8-ball of Coke on Saint-Tropez, you didn't tell Mr. Combs, did you?
He was asleep.
Tell me about your relationship with Roger Bonds.
We talked about Bad Boy as a family.
What do you mean?
Mama Combs called me her son.
Oh, so he was doing drugs. Oh, come on, man. This whole person is not even credible. So he said the man was sleeping. So when he's holding on to it when he woke up, you bought it for yourself. And how did the feds know where he bought it? Oh man, the feds ain't no joke, bro.
Many times.
What was the mission?
Make sure he's happy.
Was it fun?
I enjoyed it from time to time.
What was your relationship with Chef Jourdan?
Professional.
Did you choke her?
No.
At this moment, the prosecution objected, and the judge asked for a sidebar, and then they continued. Tell me what happened.
We were on Star Island. She told me where to take him. I grabbed her 2 wrists and said, "Stay in your f***ing lane."
Was there fallout?
It was reported to corporate HQ. Mr. Combs called me in. Mr. Combs told me, "You can't be putting your hands on women." He told me to give her a gift.
What did you give her?
I rolled up a blunt and gave it to her.
Did she like it?
It appeared she did.
You were in a car with Mr. Combs and who?
Chris Lighty.
You have taken ecstasy?
I'd party, sure.
What were things like in the studio? Drugs.
Yes, it's a creative environment. I didn't smoke when working with Mr. Combs.
But he caught you smoking once.
I thought he was in for the light. I lit up. He came out. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Nothing." He said, "If you're man enough to smoke, you're man enough to tell me." I said, "Okay, I'm smoking." He said if I did it again, he'd fire me.
How about when you picked up 2 prostitutes and had sex with one? At this moment, the prosecution objected, and the judge overruled it.
She asked for $200. I called Bonds and asked, "What the hell?" She asked to take a shower. I said, "That."
Bro, this guy right here, he's wild. Yo, Puppy hired the guy who was low key. He ain't talking about you don't smoke, man. When you smoking when the guy sleeping, he caught you. When he's sleeping, you're buying 8 balls down the street and shit. Like, yo. But this has nothing to do with Puffy. Like, they still didn't explain. I'm not convinced. I'm telling y'all right now, straight up and down, like 6 o'clock, family, I'm not convinced. You know what I'm saying? I am not convinced at all. You know what I'm saying?
It's $200.
On that note, no further questions.
What about the incident in Alpine, New Jersey?
To file a police report and say that Chef Jordan had been the aggressor, but I didn't file it. I drove around and told him I'd made the report.
What have we asked you to do?
Tell the truth?
Nothing further.
You lied to Mr. Combs about filing the police report.
Yes.
Nothing further. At this moment, the testimony of Diddy's ex-personal assistant was over, and something we did not expect was Cassie's mom to testify. It was short, but here it is.
The government calls Regina Ventura. Where do you live?
New London, Connecticut.
How many children do you have?
Hey, Cassie's mom is about to touch the stand, right? Before she speaks, I got to tell y'all something. They have pictures that show pictures in court of bruises that Cassie had gotten. You understand what I'm saying? Now, your daughter she's dating Puff Daddy. These things happen. Why didn't you sue them times? Why did you allow your daughter to go back and keep seeing this guy? If you had that kind of evidence, I feel like maybe the mother was slightly opportunist too, or maybe Cassie told her to stay out of her fucking lane. I don't know, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Cause I don't understand how the mother, if you seen this shit, why didn't you say some shit? We're gonna find out.
Have.
2, Roderick and Cassandra.
Who is this?
Sean Combs, he dated my daughter,
When did you meet Sean Combs?
2006. My daughter signed with his Bad Boy Records. He was her boss. Then they started dating. They moved to LA.
Read this message from December 2011.
Cassandra wrote to me. She said Sean Combs threatened to release a tape and go after her and Mr. Mascuti.
How did you react?
It made me sick. Sean Combs demanded $20,000. He said, to recoup losses due to Mr. Mascuti from my husband and myself.
Why did you take a loan to pay Sean Combs?
For the safety of my daughter.
Look in the binder next to you.
These are the photos I took of my daughter's bruises from Sean Combs.
Do you know Mia?
She was an employee of Sean Combs.
What happened?
We were in his kitchen, laughing. Sean asked her why she was laughing. She stopped and looked plain.
Now to August 2016, we're done with the binder. While in LA, did you call the police?
Yes, Sean Combs stole Cassandra's phone. They had a bitter argument outside her apartment building. She lived on the 17th floor. They argued at the roundabout.
Who else was there?
D-Rock.
Is Damian Butler his government name?
He was standing between us. I tried to hit him. Sean Combs took Cassandra's car, a Jaguar.
No further questions.
After this, the judge asked the defense if they wanted to cross-exam, but they said no. And that was Diddy's ex-assistant's testimony and Cassie's mom's testimony. What did you think about this? Do you think these testimonies will help the prosecution's?
All right. That was a lot to digest yesterday. You know what I'm saying? I'm still stuck on Barack Obama. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Bro. Like, this is a president, a former president. I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo. Oh. Yep, yeah, he extorted the parents, yeah. Yo, Diddy's a conniving evil guy. Let's just call it what it is. All right. He hustled the mom out of 20,000 because it was sex tape. I don't know. When I see shit like that, maybe he wanted 20,000 because it was probably her idea why they decided to do that session that particular night. And she didn't even prep the guy that she brought in, and then he got the tape. And they're like, yo, I'm pissed off with you, That's the only thing I can think of. You know what I'm saying? Because Puffy got 20,000. So if he hit up the mom like, yo, I need my 20,000, pay this nigga. I'm just thinking that's the only reason why. It was Cassie's idea. That's what my mind is telling me. You get what I'm saying? Because then why would you want to sucker the mom 20,000? All right, fuck it. And then even when he did sucker the mom 20,000, she still stuck around the guy. Cassie was still around the guy. Like, I don't understand. You got the pictures of the bruises and all that type of shit. And you still stayed. You still stayed. So I'm the opportunist. You get what I'm saying? Cassie was cool with everything until Walk With Me Now family. Kim Porter died, and at the funeral, Puffy said some shit like that was a soulmate. You know what I'm saying? That was it. And then it's like, yo, she still wanted closure and shit. Yo, man, I don't know, man. Yeah, family. This is a once in a lifetime court case. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna watch it. We're gonna watch it with a closer eye. But I'm really starting to think this is just scripted entertainment at this point. I'm not convinced. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all checking in. You know what I'm saying? Clocking in with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let y'all have y'all night, man. You know what I'm saying? Get back to the children. You know what I'm saying? Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate y'all kicking it with me. We're going to be kicking it back tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And as always, let me know what country, what state, what province, what street corner, what penthouse in the sky you checking in from. Because we worldwide, baby. And it's nothing but love.